It's Milton Daily Homes Chuck here, and today is Wednesday. This is actually marking the last video we're going to do for about a week and a half. I think we're back on like June 20th or something. We're going away to Punta Cana, just lay on a beach, relax a bit, and I think we've earned it. So anyhow, you've earned it too. So take a break, do whatever you want to do. Enjoy the sun, enjoy your family. We're going to have 22 listings today, and it's a good list, and there's some great eye candy at the end of the list. So great way to end it. 761 Edwards is at $329.9. That's my iPhone, not yours. 761 Edwards, $329. It's a Cropside model, 1360 or something like 1380. I can never remember what this one is. So you've got a nice backsplash here. You've got the hardwood floors, which goes right throughout this whole area. And that's a nice shot of how they all interact, the three rooms here. And then upstairs you've got a big front room. This room's a little bit smaller. I mean, it's what you're seeing there is about as much furniture as you could probably put in that room. The nice thing about this one that the models below it don't have is that it's got two full bathrooms upstairs. And then you've got this here. I'm not sure if that's the kind of tape that they put on the garage. I hope they didn't paint those actual panels because I think it's nice to have a bit of light in the garage. Anyhow, it looks like there's a lot of nice features with this thing here. I think it's at $329. It's definitely a very attractive price. Not going to last long. So Higginbotham, my favorite street in Milton, is the next one up. I love saying that. I could say it all day. 344.9, 2-car parking in the driveway. This is actually the same, roughly the same square footage as the last one. It's a lot newer. It's the area just south of the hospital. And so you've got a very nicely upgraded countertop, a little bit darker kitchen cabinets. They've done the microwave, but they haven't done the appliances here. Couple lights here, so they're gonna like the little drop lights you could have for your countertop. There's your family room, and then you've got a dining area here. Some people flip them around, but as intended, this would be the dining room right here. Nice layout in this home. Lots of windows upstairs, and they're all pretty good size. The bedrooms. So I think that this one is a great listing. No air conditioning. Now some of these models have sold up in the 340s. Usually we're seeing a little bit more hardwood, we're seeing appliances, those kind of things. So I don't know if it's the steal of the century, but I think that if you want something a little newer, not so much towards the croft side, maybe the croft side you save a bit of money. Now 671 Laurier is at $349.9, 3-bedroom, 3-washroom, 34 by 100-foot lot. A lot of the ones on Laurier actually tend to be a little bit deeper, so it's a little more shallow. I still think 100 feet is more than enough for a semi. Partly finished basement. You've got a 2-tier cedar deck, hot tub. You've got a wood-burning fireplace. The bathrooms have been renovated. So I'm excited about this one. We talked a couple days earlier about how a lot of the semis on Laurier, the magic price seems to be around that $330 mark. And I'm seeing signs in the description that they could definitely even get more than that. 651 Farmstead, and if you watch these episodes, you know I'm not a huge fan of this area. I just think it's very cookie cutter. It's very sort of plain Jane. You've got the extra fees attached to them, about $50 a month, and that includes your garbage removal. It also includes your snow removal. And so anyhow, you go inside here, and I really just think that they could have taken the blue off the appliances, tucked this in, put the dishwasher in. I mean, at least you're getting appliances, but I find that the angles even on these pictures are very narrow. And you've got the nice pickets here on the stairs. You've got some hardwood floors. An actual defined entryway. You've got an entrance from the garage. I don't know, that shot to me doesn't look particularly enticing. And you've got the master ensuite with the soaker tub. So 2 full bathrooms upstairs. I don't know. To me, I'm just not a huge fan. At least it's backing onto the park, which is good because there's a 4-story building that's being built on the other side of this one. So there you go. I think that they've put a pause on the maintenance fees until 2013. About $50 a month. If you add that to a mortgage, it's the equivalent of about a $10,000 chunk of money that you're borrowing. So compare these ones to actually 369 homes, about 10,000 higher than this list price if you're doing the comparison. So 933 Trudeau is at 369.9, and I showed it because we're probably going to get inquiries about it. And I really thought that this price seemed a little low, like lower than we've seen a detached in a long time. So I'm surprised they didn't hold back on offers for a couple days. Anyhow, it's a Baker model. It's like 12 something square feet. It's not huge. Very attractive home though. If you're okay with one full bathroom upstairs, so it's got a long room in the front here. So that room plus this, that's a combined area. And then you've got your kitchen here. And actually very stylish. You've got some laminate floors upstairs. The master bedroom's pretty big. And the bedrooms are pretty good. And then you've got a nice wide backyard. You've got a bit of landscaping done, fully fenced. And it's a good location, right? It's very, very nice. It's on the south part of Trudeau, south of Clark. Like I said, I'm surprised that they didn't at least give it a chance, maybe to get in. Maybe it was in competition. It listed and basically sold within less than a day. I like it. I think it's a great home. So Featherstone is $397,900. So you've got the double car parking in the driveway, and I can't tell you how many people I've actually assisted strictly based on driveway parking. So it's something, if you can get the side by side, it's a great feature to have. Now it's linked by the foundation on this side here, and so it's on the Green Park side of Featherstone. Okay, so there's a Coscorp side and a Green Park side, and I really wish they just had made the effort here, because I really don't feel like, I mean, perhaps it's the agent that maybe didn't, place a lot of importance on this, or it could be the owner just saying, hey, look, I don't want to do that stuff. But I think that the kitchen could have had a much stronger impression without all this sort of knick-knacky stuff on the counters. You look in here, and it's on a bit of an angle. I think that room's not too bad. It's a real open concept layout. I don't know what that is. That looks like the sort of, cat's eye view stuff on here. I mean, it's just the bed's not made. I just think that there's way better impression that could be made on a home like this. Okay, so there you go. So taking a picture through a screen, I mean, you could always just slide that door open and take a photo of the actual yard. Anyhow, $397,900. It's going to attract eyeballs because it is such a low price. But again, I wonder what would happen if they had it just kind of got the right photos, the right staging. It really pays off a lot. So 24 Babcock, $409,888. And yeah, it's got the siding. Some people aren't thrilled with that, but I think that there's a ton of features here. It's 60 feet wide by 85. It's a great piece of land. It's almost double what some of the Mattamy ones are. You've got upgraded flooring. You've got a big, thick slab of granite. Big kitchen here. Very surprised this one hasn't sold. Gas fireplace. You know what? Well, maybe it's not perfect, but I think that it is a deal and a half, and I'm sure it's not going to last much longer. Now, 150 Willett Terrace is at $429,900, and so it's a 3-bedroom, 3-washroom. Mattamy built this one, and so I'm looking at the photos here. And I'm not sure, a honeysuckle model, I don't think I've ever been in one of these, but it certainly looks nice. I love this idea of all the windows. You've got the California shutters here, no finished basement. I love the dormer windows too. I've got that in my house. And a nice huge front porch. So very nice. Willett Terrace, I like the street too. And overall, I think these guys are doing fantastic. 360 Tonelli, we've got one at 321 Tonelli for the same price, $469,000, and so it's a 4-bedroom, 3-washroom. It's a Sterling, so 2,100 square feet. It's a nice layout because you've got a really big kitchen with the island, and you've got a separate living dining, so you could even use your living as like an office area. And yeah, it looks like they've got granite countertops. They've got 9-foot ceilings, hardwood staircase. I'm sure these guys are going to do just fine. Now, 912 Rego. Now, what the world doesn't need any more of, in my opinion, is a Mattamy Spirit Plan 3. There's like 8 of these. I don't know. We'll call the research department. I know there's more than 4. This one's at $469,900, and none of them seem to be moving. It's got the double car parking in the driveway. It's got the hardwood floors, but I really don't think that this model brings anything to the table. It's a lot different than stuff you can get for less. It is a 4-bedroom, 1835 square feet. I don't know. I don't have much else to say about that one. 957 Savaline is at $489,900. And so it's a Royal Fern. It's like 2047 square feet, double car garage on the, and I've talked about this too, is when the garage comes forward, you open up to the living area. inside the home. So you've got nice dark hardwood floors, and I like this layout. It's a good layout. The kitchen island is definitely a positive feature in this one. And $489, I think there's a lot of competition less than this. I mean, we're seeing a lot of, double car garages going for like $459, $469. Overall, I think it's pretty fair. Donnelly's next one, 1019 Donnelly, 584.9, and so it's a 4-bedroom, plus there's a 2-bedroom basement apartment. There's a very rare walkout on this one here in the basement too, so we have to be careful with the word apartment. We can call it an in-law suite or a second suite, and so it may or may not be legal, but people rent non-legal basement apartments all the time. So anyhow, that's a whole other discussion. You can talk to me more individually about that. Nice defined entryway. You've got the stairs leading up, crown molding in this home, separate living dining, which is nice, and then you also have this beautiful kitchen, nice countertops, backsplash, extra pantry, stainless steel, nice high ceiling in the breakfast area. And so upstairs, now I've been in models, I believe the same model as this one, and it can feel a little bit small on the second floor. I find that there's a little bit of a disconnect. The main floor is so open. When you go upstairs, it's a little bit tighter. And so they probably could have taken a few less things off the counter here, but I don't think it's going to affect them too much. And then, so some other things about this home. I mean, it's got first shot says photo not available, so that'll have to be fixed, obviously. But when you look at this one here, about 2,600 square feet, and that's not including the basement. I don't believe it's including the basement. Yeah, it says, now here's the part that I wanted to point out. So it's overlooking green space with no neighbors behind. Well, what it's overlooking is eventually going to be properties, and it overlooks a busier road, Louis Saint Laurent. So just be careful with this one, that you're not getting into a situation. Actually, it could back onto James Snow. I'm not quite sure which one it does, but I know that south part of Donnelly, I know the odd numbers. You're either on Louis Saint Laurent or you're on James Snow. So just be aware of that when you're going. If you don't want to back onto a road that has traffic, maybe this one isn't the right one for you. But I do think that there's a lot of very positive features. 1022 Vickerman, 599.8, and so we've got the double garage. This is a sundial home, hardwood floors. Nice kitchen, moldings, you've got the backsplash. That island's usually movable, and it kind of shines like it's granite. It's hard to tell. It looks like there's an undermount sink right here, so it probably is granite. California shutters. That's a beautiful shot of the bathroom. I love when there's extra mirrors. It opens up the light in the room, and you can see even here you've got some upgraded countertops too. So they've definitely spent some money in here. Nice 100-foot piece of property. It backs onto green space too. $599. You're getting 5 bedrooms. I don't have any complaints about this one. I think it's fantastic. Now, 1223 Christie is it's just over 3,000 square feet. You can see the driveway. You've got a garage in the back there too. So a lot of people don't like that protruding garage. This one's tucked in the back there. Nice floor plan on this one. 50 by 100-foot lot. The street's beautiful. Just down the road from a park. Now, we just listed one on Christie, and we're not going to be able to profile it on the video because it would have been on tomorrow's video, but I'll put a link in the comments to it. And so ours is 500 square feet bigger. It's literally right across the street. It's got a pool. It's beautiful. So I don't mean to hijack this listing, but we've got a hot one just across the street at $675, and it just listed like an hour ago. So July 29th is the possession they're looking for. That's a tight time frame for these guys. And so they've got some hardwood floors inside. They got the 9-foot ceiling, some pot lights, gas fireplace. So wait for the photos on this one, but I truly believe that I mean, the one we've got, I mean, it's got 2 master bedrooms, outstanding stuff. So anyhow, I'm probably hijacked that one, but I can because it's my show. So 500 Hinchy, $699.9, 4-bedroom, 4 washrooms. And what's interesting about this one is if you're a little bit more environmentally conscious, you've got something with it's got water efficiency, and you've got solar panels on the roof. And so the one thing that I don't agree with is it says buy this new home in Halton Hills. Well, it's not in Halton Hills, it's in Milton. And so anyhow, check this one out. I think there's some crown molding, there's some hardwood floors here. Looks like there's a rec room that's unfinished. So it's weird to see a rec room and then say access to the garage and unfinished. You might have direct access through service stairs into the garage, in which case it's a very positive feature for future resale value if somebody had in-laws that want to live with them, or potentially making up something that could rent out. So wait for the photos on that. 12,698 second line, 699.9, 4-bedroom, 3-washroom. And so it's Guelph line, and it's basically 25 side road is the plane we're working on. And so there's a shot of the home. Got a pond there. It says it's between 5 and 10 acres. There's an outbuilding right there. Not a lot of shots inside, which would be nice to see. But I think for that price, for the size of land that you're looking at, landscaping, it's looking good so far. So now we're going to get up. We've got some, again, this one doesn't have photos. This one on Acredale. It's about half an acre, 4-bedroom, 4-washroom. I'm sure this home is going to be outstanding. You can see the care. You can see how nice it is on the outside. Can't wait for the photos on that one too. Okay, so we're going to get into some big ones here. 1.2 million on Appaloosa, just off Palomino there. And so great looking home from the outside. Again, no inside photos. I can't believe that. So I'm sure that it looks great inside. You've got that little bridge there too, a little bit of a water feature in the back. Lots of landscaping work done on this. I mean, you think about the cost to replace these homes, and it would be probably a lot more than 1.2 million. Now, a couple other bits of eye candy right here. We got McNiven at 1.849, and so triple car garage. You got the stone and stucco on the outside, about 2 acres. Great first impression in here too. You got big, thick moldings here, hardwood floors, great breakfast area. You can see it overlooks the pool. Very, very nice kitchen here. Chef's kitchen, really. High ceilings in the family room. And this one is definitely hot, hot, hot. No finished basement. And like I said, they do have the pool there. Now, this is one of my favorite listings I've seen ever on Milton Daily Homes. I think it's unbelievable. And so it's about 2 acres, this one, 2.195 million, basically 2.2 million. This view to me is just outstanding. The photos, the quality is just playing on another level. So inside you've got this is called HDR photography, and it turns out amazingly well. Wainscoting, the front doors are spectacular. I bet you the front doors are probably $20,000 or $25,000. The kitchen, and again, kind of similar to the one we just profiled. I like the darker a little bit better. I think it appeals to a bit wider of an audience. Look at the windows here. I mean, just beautiful. The way the TV's built in here. And you can see how it interacts with the kitchen. And I mean, the ceiling effects. This is imagine working in this office. What an inspiring space to be in. Definitely check that virtual tour. 5 bedrooms on this one and about 3,800 square feet. Man, doesn't get better than that. And so Ennisclare is at 2.399, 2.4 million. And we're talking about a 4-bedroom home here. Nice circular area. You got the fountain here. And so this is really set up in kind of a French style. You can see the kitchen here. Wow, like beautiful. A little bit more specifically taste. I think this one would maybe not appeal to as wide of an audience as the one on Trafalgar. That's magnificent. I mean, there's no way to just not like that kind of area. The pool looks great. We're on 10 acres here, which is more than all the previous ones. And I like this one a lot. I like all these. Man, it would be fun to live in these for a little while. That's the list. I'm off to Punta Cana tomorrow. Have a fantastic time while I'm gone, and I'll catch you on the other side. Okay, see you later. Bye.